What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another video. Yo, apparently the government just dropped some bombshells about UFOs and aliens. So it's like real life Don to Don up in this niche. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. So I find this interesting because even when they made the hearing before, I was just all like, okay, so did we just like sweep that under the rug? Because they were saying that the technology that they have exceeds us for like now and the foreseeable future. They asked if something were to happen, would we be even able to defend ourselves? And they're like, no. Like so I'm just all like, okay, so we're just gonna sweep that under the rug. But now after the election, and it's funny because Joe Rogan asked Donald Trump some stuff in regards to aliens and stuff like that prior to everything that went down. So I'm curious what this new information is. So let's dive into it, shall we?
I think that what the American people need to know is that the U.S. military and intelligence community are sitting on a huge amount of visual and other information, still photos, video photos, other sensor information, and they have for a very long time. And it's not those fuzzy photos and videos that we've been given. There's very clear
High res.
images, high resolution.
How many? How
Wow.
many visuals, graphics, videos, photos?
I mean, I've been told hundreds, maybe thousands. I mean, I also wanted to say because there was some conversation around concern around the revealing of these materials, revealing the source collections, but some of these are shot from helicopters.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, jeez. UFOs over military Congress unveils shocking evidence. Woo! Secret 13-minute UFO video off Kuwait coast revealed. Whoa. Okay, so the U.S. Congress held a historic UFO hearing to address the growing UAP mystery. Hold on. So they have hundreds, if not thousands, of high resolution photos and videos. There is a 13 minutes video of a UFO over government. Okay, so the way my mind thinks about a lot of these things, because I sometimes I don't look, well, I'll look at this stuff, but sometimes I don't speak about it because I'm looking for confirmation in different ways from different places that are pretty much like opposite of each other. And when I do that, I just make drop little pins basically, like, that's weird or that's interesting. And then I just, go about life until, something else kind of brings that. And I'm like, are those connected? I'm not sure. Let me leave another pin, and then after a while, when numerous things start adding up to each other, I'm all like, okay, this can't be coincidence. Like I said, it was interesting that before all this, I said Joe Rogan had this conversation with Donald Trump in regards to aliens and just what the government knows. Another thing that's interesting is they said that it was UFOs flying over government bases. Now, of course, this could be maybe our technology that we have, you know, uh, uh, what you call it. But if that's not the case, I found it interesting that there was a video that I seen, and it was talking about China, us selling farmland here in the United States to China, but where these places are that they're buying up is next to very prominent military bases. So when I think about that, and then I think about something like these UFOs being around these UFO bases and different things like that, I'm not saying it's the Chinese. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that it is very interesting that this is going on all together. So let's see what they got more that they say. Witnesses include Louis, former Pentagon insider and journalist Michael Schellenberger, revealed UFO video found on the U.S. Department of Defense network. The video shows a white orb UFO off the coast of Kuwait filmed from a helicopter. The 13-minute footage was discovered on the secure SIPR network used by the DoD as per Schillenberg. The hearing focused on providing answers about the government knowledge on UAPs. Objects spotted over military and energy sites have demonstrated extraordinary capabilities. Confirmed UAPs are being intelligently controlled and linked to sensitive sites. The hearing followed the 2024 report that found no evidence of extraterrestrial origin.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, you state in your testimony that, quote, advanced technologies not by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe, end quote. If these technologies are not made by any government, who's making them? Private companies, or are you implying they are crafted by a non-human intelligence?
Well, ma'am, that's precisely why we're here. The problem is that, temporally speaking, over decades, not just the last 10 years, to put this in perspective,
Are these private companies you're implying, or is this non-human intelligence?
it may be both.
Okay.
When it comes to Blue Force Technologies, I would not be able to discuss
Okay.
that.
Are you read into secret UAP crash retrieval programs?
We would have to have a conversation in a closed session, ma'am. I signed documentation 3 years ago that restricts my ability to discuss specifically crash retrievals. I submitted for my book through the DOPSR process, which took a year for it to be reviewed. And what is in the book is what I was told I'm allowed to talk about.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
Reversing.
Does the U.S. government have any reverse, okay, we already answered that question about retrieval programs. Do any U.S. contractors have the same?
I would prefer to address that in a closed session, ma'am.
Okay. In your book, you mentioned government employees who've been injured by UAPs, placed on leave, and receiving government compensation for their injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
Ma'am, that's a great question. That's why I think we're here again, because I've seen the documentation.
Okay, so this is a continuation of what I was talking about before. I was just all like, hey, earlier they did this whole thing, saying this stuff, and then concluded that it's not, extraterrestrials, different things like that, according to what it was saying. Now, this is a great question. Why would you be paid from something that was caused from something that the government has stated to the people doesn't exist? That's like, that's pretty much like it's like, okay. For me, it's like if they said that the pandemic didn't exist, like, didn't exist at all. But you were infected by something and they're giving you pandemic relief. So it's just all like, you say that it doesn't exist, but you're giving money And the reason being for the thing that doesn't exist, you know? So this was a great question.
By the U.S. government for several of these individuals who have sustained injuries as a result of a UAP incident.
It's a crazy idea, right? The hypocrisy and the logic. Okay, Mr. Schellenberger, I'm going to say it again to be very clear. Immaculate Constellation. What's its mission and how are they funded?
Its mission is to, as I stated, its mission is to, it's an unacknowledged special access program. Its mission is to document UAPs.
Okay, and do you, for your story and your report, do you have more than one credible source?
I do.
Sourcing, okay.
I do.
And then why do you believe your sources to be credible? How do you judge the veracity of the documentation you've been provided about this program?
I checked the sources, and they are who they say they are. They are current or former government officials. I wanted to also add that I did not specify that they were Defense Department employees. I didn't specify the agency nor the gender.
Would they have included non-government employees, people that aren't employed by the government?
I'm comfortable saying that these are government or previously government employees.
Any of them currently employed by a private contractor or private contractors?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. What's the key takeaway, just a few seconds, about the Immaculate Constellation document you provided us today?
I think that what the American people need to know is that the U.S. military and intelligence community are sitting on a huge amount of visual and other information, still photos, video photos, other sensor information, and they have for a very long time. And it's not those fuzzy photos and videos that we've been given. There's very clear
High res,
images, high resolution.
how many visuals, graphics, videos, photos?
I mean, I've been told hundreds, maybe thousands. I mean, I also wanted to say, because there was some conversation around concern around the revealing of these materials, revealing the source collections, but some of these are shot from helicopters using normal videos of oceans. I just think that's absurd that somehow you're going to be revealing some secret U.S. technology by revealing that you've photographed orbs off the coast of Kuwait.
This video is sponsored by yours truly, Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. And for the month of October on my Mr. Composition Music YouTube page, I am doing one-shot music video a day. So for 31 days, there will be a new one-shot video, and the goal is to get that channel to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure to check that out, subscribe, show some love to the videos, and drop a comment, man. Let me know that you came from this channel. But anyways, guys, back to the video. Wow. Oh my goodness. What? What? This is insane. This is so the Immaculate Constellation document. Man, let me know what y'all think. Have y'all seen the footage? I'm gonna see if they have this footage out, but this is wild. This is wild. Reverse engineer was the word that I was looking for earlier. So this is interesting. So what we know is that people have been hurt by these UAPs, and the government is compensating them for that. We're told that the government is sitting on hundreds, if not thousands, of photos and video proof. We know that there's UAP recovery, departments and different things like that. So it's just all like, and a part of me gets it. I mean, some people would be like, just tell the people, we deserve to know X, Y, and Z. But as far as if you're a leader, and this is probably for all, because what was crazy was the fact that I was just looking at an XG video. If you don't know who XG are, amazing freaking artists. You could check my page to see all the reactions. I got like a playlist. But they were doing the interview, I want to say with BuzzFeed or something, and they were talking about puppies. Now, their whole thing is like alien wolves, and they believe in aliens. Now, One of them mentioned I want to say either in Japan or somewhere over there, they mentioned how they had saw a UFO, and later on that night or that day, they heard about it on the news. Now, again, I pinned certain things like, that's interesting. But as a leader of any of these places, America, Japan, Russia, anything like that, you have to put yourself in the seat of, okay, I can let the public know, or I can keep it to myself in a form of safety. I'll take as far as the hits, I'll take the blame, I'll take whatever, but we can't let the people know because there will be chaos. Just think about this for a second. What would you do or people do on a mass level if we were told not only do aliens exist, but they can just like pop up anytime and completely wipe us out because that's how advanced their technology is. If we're looking at it in the sense of just caution, is that the case? I feel like if they were going to do that, they would have already done that as far as, aliens destroying us. So as a leader, you're probably thinking like, okay, it would probably be best and would minimize as much chaos as possible until we know. Because there's several different scenarios I'm thinking in my head. Either the government knows and they're working with these entities, thus it's imperative that when the time is right, basically, that the knowledge is then exposed as far as to, the rest of the people of the world. Or, and this is just my thoughts and opinions on this, or they're just unsure of what to make of this, and it would be best to wait until they have something that they can actually give us. Because what's the point of saying, like, okay, we have all of this stuff that we've recovered. We don't know if they've recovered a body or anything like that, but we have all of this stuff, but we have no source. We have the stuff, we just have no source. So, what exactly would we be telling the people other than kind of like what we've been getting from these hearings? But I'm curious to know your thoughts. It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 5K. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comics, and more. All right, y'all. Peace.